Is the question visible on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we will do this question now. Look at the question. It is the question number 5. Manu started business with a capital of 4 lakhs on 1st October 2005. See, whenever he is giving dates, we need to be careful with the dates. So he says he started business with a capital of rupees 4 lakhs on 1st October 2005. So what does it mean? Which capital is this?
Opening capital.
Opening.
Correct. It is the opening capital because he is telling clearly that he started business with this. So that means it is the opening capital. He borrowed from his friend a sum of rupees 1 lakh. So he invested 4 lakh rupees, started the business, and after starting the business, what did he do? He borrowed from his friend a sum of rupees 1 lakh. Now, what do you call this transaction? Borrowing from his friend? So I cannot write in my books of accounts borrowed from friend. What do I write for this?
Additional.
No. Is he saying this is capital?
Is it drawings?
Loan, ma'am.
He has borrowed money from his friend. What do you call when we borrow something?
Loan.
Loan, ma'am.
So you have to call it as loan, right? He cannot write in the books of accounts borrowed from friend, whether he borrowed from friend, brother, sister, cousin, wife, anyone. For us, it is loan, right? So this is one more transaction which we have, that he has a loan is 1 lakh. Now loan is an asset or a liability?
Liability.
It is a liability. Correct. So we need to remember that we have a liability of 1 lakh rupees. Now see the next information. He brought further rupees 75,000 as capital. He brought further 75,000 as capital. So what is this?
Additional capital investment.
This is the additional capital introduced. Very good. On 31st March 2006, his position was as follows. So that means on 31st
Closing.
March 2006, that is he is closing the books on 31st March. So if he's closing on 31st March 2006, when should he start? He should start actually on 1st April 2005, right? Correct. But he's starting on October. He's not starting on April, right? So his business was from October till 31st March. Now what is he doing? On 31st March, he's not giving us the capital. He says his position was as follows. And in his position, he is giving us the ledger balances. So that means what is missing in this problem?
Closing capital.
Closing capital is missing. Correct. Very good. So the closing capital is missing. And for the closing capital, he has given us some ledger balances. And he wants us to calculate the closing capital. And what will we prepare to calculate the closing capital?
Statement of affairs.
We will prepare the closing statement of affairs. So now you should identify which item should be taken where. So if it is cash, where do you take it?
Asset.
Ma'am, asset side.
Assets. Correct. Stock.
Asset.
Asset. Debtors.
Asset.
Creditors.
Liability.
So now we know what are the assets and what are the liabilities. So it's simple for us to calculate the capital. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now see the next information. He withdrew rupees 8,000 per month during this period. So what is this?
Drawings.
These are his drawings. So how much is the drawings now? Do we take 8,000 or do we take something else?
No, not 8,000. ma'am.
Then what do we take? He's telling that drawings are rupees 8,000 per month and we are calculating the profit for the entire year. So we need to see when did he start his activity? 12 months. But he did not start the business on April 1st. He started on 1st October. So how many months did he withdraw the amount?
6 months.
6 months.
6 months from October till March. So October, November, December, January, February, March. That means his drawings are 48,000,
8,000.
right? So we will use this in between information, these ledger balances for calculating the closing capital. You know where to take drawings. Drawings will go to the statement of profit. This 75,000, which is additional capital, will also go to statement of profit. This 4 lakh rupees is the opening capital, which will directly go to statement of profit. So where will you take this 1 lakh rupees? That is my doubt.
Liability.
Liability is where? I will take this
Statement
1
of
lakh.
affairs.
Statement of
Yes,
affairs.
correct. I will take this 1 lakh rupees when I'm preparing my closing statement of affairs. See, because this is not on the opening date, right? He started with 4 lakh, he has given it clearly. After that, he has borrowed the loan, and the loan will continue till the end of the year. He did not tell us anything that he has repaid back the loan in between, right? That means the loan is still in existence. If he gives us some information that loan is repaid, then we do not have any liability. But he did not tell us that. It means our liability of loan is still continuing. So when we are preparing the closing statement, we need to take this loan as well. Right? So first we'll prepare the statement of affairs. So put your heading and draw the columns for your statement of affairs. As I told you, same pro forma as your balance sheet. Particulars and amount column. Sorry, not particulars. Liabilities and amount column. Assets and amount column. So first
Ma'am?
heading. Yes, tell me, Rubina.
Ma'am, are we not supposed to make statement of affairs in the working notes?
No, that should be shown in the main problem itself. See, it's a part of working notes, no doubt, but it has to be shown because that carries marks in the problem.
Okay, ma'am.
If it's a 15 marks question, both your statements will carry around 8 to 9 marks. Okay, so put the heading as closing statement of affairs of, the name is given here as Manu. What should I write, for the year ended or as on?
As on, ma'am.
As on.
Why do we write as on? Always remember, whenever we
Because
say,
balance sheet is prepared
yeah,
for
because it
particular-
is on a particular date. It is not for the entire year. You cannot tell your ledger balances for the entire year was 30,000 or 40,000. That is on that date, it is 30. See, it is creditors. Today, my creditors are 30,000. Tomorrow, they might increase or decrease. Right? So, it's always calculated as on. As on. Which date am I preparing the statement? Tell me the date.
31st March.
31st March
Correct.
2006.
It should be 31st March 2006. Right. So this is my heading and I will quickly mark off the columns. These are liabilities. And this is the amount. We don't need inner column here because we will not have any specific calculations as such. If you have any calculation, you can use the, you can have 2 amount columns also. There's no problem in that. Right, so my heading is clear and my pro forma is done. Quickly draw your pro formas. If your pro formas are done, we'll start writing the entries. Do I start writing the entries?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have seen which is an asset, which is a liability. So put all assets in the asset column, put all the liabilities in the liabilities column. So I will start first. It is cash, which is given as 30,000. The next one is given to me as stock. Again, a asset. See, you should be clear what is an asset, what is a liability. You shouldn't have confusion in that now. Debtors, again asset. So the debtors is given as 3,50,000. And then we have creditors, which is a liability. So I will take the creditors here. And creditors amount is again 3 lakh. So I've taken all the entries. What do I do now?
Ma'am, loan.
Yes, loan is left over. So loan also is a liability. So I will take here. Loan amount is given as 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So I've taken all of them. Now I need to find out my closing capital, and my closing capital will be the difference between my assets and liabilities. So capital will come on which side? Do I take capital on asset side or liability side?
Liability.
Liability.
Is capital a liability?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Why
ma'am.
is it a liability? According to which concept do you consider capital as a liability? See, you cannot forget these foundation steps. All these are very, very important. Tell me, according to which concept is capital considered as a liability?
Ma'am, business entity.
Correct. Business entity concept. So wherein you have to keep your business separate and the owner separate. So for the business, capital is a liability to the owner. owner has given the business, it is similar to some loan given by the owner, which the business has to repay back. So you will get the amount here. So I'll write here as closing capital. Remember, you can also write as capital at the end. And in brackets, write that as balancing figure, because that is the balancing amount. So calculate your totals quickly and tell me the amount of capital. Quick, one of them need to do the calculations quickly.
Ma'am, the total is 8,50,000.
8,50,000. Okay. And
Capital
tell me
is 4,50,000.
Ma'am,
how much is the
capital
capital?
is 4,50,000. 4,50,000.
4,50,000. Right. So we got our closing capital. So now that means now I can prepare my statement of profit. Right. So quickly draw the pro forma for your statement of profit now. How many columns should I take for statement of profit? Only two, right? Okay, so I will draw a table quickly with 2 columns. Everyone knows the pro forma. Start drawing the pro forma quickly. We will have 2 amount columns, no? Yeah, we were used to having 2 amount columns. We'll do that so that every time it's not difficult for us. Okay, so I will put my heading here. Statement of profit of Manu. Here I'll write for the year ended because profit is calculated for the entire year. For the year ended 31st March 2006. So this is my heading and I will draw the pro forma and put all the headings here also. Particulars and the amount column. Yes, so my pro forma is ready. Do we start with the question? Are you all are you ready with the pro forma?
Yes.
Okay. So what do I take? First, what do I take?
Closing capital.
Yes, so I'll take it as closing capital. And closing capital I've already calculated. So I know how much is the closing capital. It is 4,50,000. And to this I will add my drawings. So add drawings. And for drawings in brackets I can write, he said 8,000 and it should be multiplied only with 6 months because he is giving us that he is starting the business on October 1st. So that is the reason I told you whenever dates are given, you need to be careful with the dates. Right, so this will come to 48,000. So add this and tell me the amount.
4,98,000.
Yeah, 4,98,000. I'll just put it in bold. Okay, next we will deduct our further capital introduced. So our further capital introduced is given to us as, how much is it given? Let's see, 75,000. So now deduct 75,000 from this and this amount will be called as adjusted capital. So this will be called as adjusted capital. Tell me the amount of adjusted capital.
4,23,000.
4,23,000. Okay. Next, what do I do? Less.
Deduct opening capital.
Opening
Yeah,
capital.
opening capital. And opening capital is already given to us as 4 lakh. He has already given that. We need not do anything for that. Directly take that amount. So this is my opening capital. So am I getting a profit or a loss?
Profit.
Profit.
I'm getting, see, there are no adjustments in this problem, right? Nothing else is given as adjustments. So directly I will call it as net profit made during the year. Net profit made during the year. And how much is my net profit? It is 23,000. One important thing I forgot to tell you is whenever you're deducting anything, you should put that amount in brackets. So just make this amount in brackets. If you're putting anything in brackets, it implies this amount is to be deducted. It is a negative this thing, right? So if you have, if you get loss here, you will just put that amount in brackets. You will not put that negative symbol there, right? So whenever it is to be deducted or it's a negative amount, put that in brackets. Am I clear? So are we done with the problem? Any doubts in this?
No,
Let me
ma'am.
know if you have a doubt.